everyone. I haven't uploaded my video of the week, not because I didn't want to, but because I had a very serious problem with my computer. On Wednesday I recorded my video, and when I was about to upload it I detected a malware. So what happened was there's a program called Antivirus 360 and it was in my computer, and I just installed my antivirus the night before, and so there was like this massive confusion between the two, and it just popped up. And so when I tried to upload my video, there was like 7 threats, 36 threats on your computer, you can't access the internet, and so it was a very big fuss, and I had to stay up very late on that day to sort it out, and eventually I could, on Thursday I found a program to block it so I can access the internet. But then I tried uploading my video. I didn't want to upload it on Friday, neither today, because it was Douglas and Mozza's day today, so I didn't want to interfere with that. But then I tried on the weekend and I couldn't do it, so maybe my video was then infected, I don't know. So today my last resort, because tomorrow is Tuesday and it's Andrew's day of finishing the question, and so I really wanted to make a video about this, because if I'm here on the channel I'm committed to it, and that's it. That's why I joined it. I told Andrew when he proposed you know, the channel to join the channel, I told him if I join it I'm committed to it, and my only initial fear was to not commit myself to it and miss some weeks, and I don't want to do that. So okay, I took so long on the other video to talk because it was very hard for me to do this, but I'll try to sum up. It's not going to be the best video because I've done this quite a few times and I'm a bit tired of it already. So I really apologize for this bad quality content of my video, but I'll try to do my best under the circumstance. So basically, Andrew this week, as you have may gone through Douglas and Mozza's video answers, he outlined a situation of this man getting ready to go on a trip, on some vacations, holidays, and during his journey he was interrupted by various situations that made him very pressured and very agitated, frustrated and angry. And this was a very good story to propose some questions. And so Andrew wrote in the sidebar some questions which I'm going to read and try to answer the best I can. My video, my answer, I'd like to bring up some genetic meaning into it, because I study neuroscience, and I think this is a very interesting subject to discuss. And because studying neuroscience is having into consideration psychology and philosophy of the mind, you also bring in a bit of biology and genetics, so I like to mix up the two, and so have this nature and nurture thing going on when answering this question. So the first question is it possible to be calm under all circumstances? I remember someone, was it Cosino Macul, yeah, I think the better question would not be if it's possible, but if it is desirable to remain calm in all circumstances. And I think that is also a very good question, so I'll try to answer both of them. I think it is very impossible to stay calm under all circumstances. First of all, because there is something undefeatable in our body, which is release of hormones. So whatever circumstance you're under, you will always be releasing hormones. So according to your mood, your blood pressure will vary, and that blood pressure will stimulate your brain to release certain hormones to stimulate various parts of your body. So and releasing hormones will agitate certain muscles, and then you'll feel stressful. It is not desirable to stay calm under all circumstances, because feeling agitated and frustrated is a reaction that can cause an effect on the other person that is in front of you. So if you want to show them how you're feeling, and maybe that could change their reaction towards you, the way they communicate with you. So I think it is very important for us to feel stressful in certain situations, because it also hurries us up and makes us do things, and it's a social communication bond that we create through it. So the next question is, do certain circumstances force us to be distressed and agitated? I really liked how Andrew put the word force us, because I do agree with it. I think certain circumstances are like undeniably stressful, so we can't get away from them. If someone dies in our family or someone very important dies, we have to go through that stage. If we are in a hurry and everyone is bothering us, we have to go through the stage of feeling impatient. So I really like the way you put forth us. Next question: why do some people seem happy in horrible circumstances while others suffer in the midst of being loved, healthy, and financially well off? For me, both ways happen. There are people who are very well in life and aren't happy, whilst people who don't have anything are very happy. And there's the other way around, which is most probable, that people who live well are very happy and people who don't aren't. Happiness is a state of mind for me, and I think you can achieve it momentarily. You can't achieve it forever, eternally. And the key thing is to find out what makes you happy and keep stimulating that process. But I researched a bit of happiness, because when I read this question there was something genetic that triggered in my mind, and so I typed in Google happiness genetic, and you'll come up with various sites and articles. And apparently they did a research with twins, which is the best way to do a psychological experiment, is having twins. And they separated those twins at birth, and then when they were 30 years old or so, they rejoined the twins and saw how different they were. And in terms of happiness, they weren't. They had more or less the same views of life and the same idea of happiness. So there was this basis of happiness being genetic, and I agree with it. I think some people are very exposed to depression or stressful situations much more easily. Some people can get angry very easily, and others are much more calm and smoother. So there must be some genetic component to this, as there is for personality. Your personality is mostly genetically outlined. There is oh wait, there's another question. Do you think happiness is mostly a matter of attitude or not? I do think there is a very high component of happiness that is a matter of attitude. It's because I do believe that feelings can be induced to some extent. So if you try very hard to feel good about yourself, it's like a kind of self-treatment. And I tried this when I went through a stage of depression, and it's very effective if you try very hard, but you have to have the strength component in yourself. There is something that I want to share with you guys, which is the 3F response. So it's fright, flight, and fight response. And this was something created when you were a primate. And what happened was, in those early ages, you had to run and fight for your life and try to survive. And so your brain would send various chemicals and neurotransmitters and hormones to your muscles so they could pump more blood and you could run faster. Nowadays we still have that mechanism, but we don't use it, so that's why we get stressed much more easily. And maybe during this evolution process we will get rid of it, and maybe people will calm down and maybe, I don't know, would change and have nicer effects on society. I think everyone would be much more happier and agreeable in certain situations. So I really like the questions, Andrew, and I'm very sorry to all you guys on the channel, which are just more 3, and to our normal audience about my delay on this video, but I promise to come up with something better on Wednesday and on time, because I really don't like delays on stuff. And okay, well, I'm going to finish this because it's almost 10 minutes and I don't want to go over. So have a very nice day, and thank you very much for listening. Bye bye.